right now. Where do I even go for this?
I hit the button. So hopefully
And you hit the button.
Let's see if it works. See if...
Hey,
oh, no. Wait. Oh, no. Yes. No. No.
It says
what?
the Witchwoods. Are you on the Witchwoods?
Why is it there again? Why does it keep
I don't know. Where else should it go?
I don't know.
I mean, I only have you saved as a favorite, Shave Maddox. I don't have... Should I be looking for something else?
The Shave Maddox.
Do I have to go to Tech Ease, one word?
Tech or easy. I'm not...
Maybe I should just... Oh, Nice Guy Networks. Let's
I'm
check
not
that
digging... Oh. Okay, let's keep that down.
Whoa.
Yeah, why does it say that again? Am I on the wrong thing? No, it's... Where does it say... Where does it say, the thing you're talking about?
I just click on your profile, your Shave Maddox profile. I don't go to... Alright, this is the one we did for... I don't know if I've got to go to different
category. Oh, no,
what is it?
It's Nice Guy Network, yeah.
What's category IRL? What does that mean? IRL.
In real life.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. God, have I heard that before? I don't know. Checker Cheesy. Nail clippings. There's the one with Richard. There's the one with Richard. There's the one with Matt. There's one with Richard. Okay.
I'm hitting go live. Hitting go live. I was a little bit worried for a second there. I'm hoping that number stays down. Why is this doing this again? Snap it. Stay paused. Okay.
Oh, yeah, look at this. There's a delay. Hello,
Oh.
world.
Yeah.
My name is Tony Eyeball.
Is it?
I'll never tell. Total views 7. How is there 71? This is live and no one's in the chat. I don't get it.
That's total ever.
Oh my god, really? Wow, yeah. That sounds nice.
Yeah, at least it's 71, right? But that's just Twitch. I mean,
hello world. I said something in the chat room.
Did you?
Am I the only one in the chat room?
Yep.
0 people are watching now.
No, there's one. Oh, no, there's none. Oh, maybe you were the other
What about me? I'm watching. Oh, wait, I'm not logged in, am I? Oh, I am logged in.
I'm watching,
Can I report abuse from Nice Guy Network?
That'd be great for you to do.
What happens if that happens? Let's say somebody...
What happens if that happens? I have no idea what happens, to be honest.
Yeah,
what if I wasn't honest, right?
That's no, yeah, that's fine.
That's no, yeah, fine. Oh, wait, yeah, let's share this too. I'm gonna share this.
It still says nail clippers. Tech Easy 85.
Still says nail clippers? Where? Oh,
on Twitch.
Techies 80. I should just change this so that I don't have to constantly update this.
No. Well, I suppose any way to make it easier.
Hello world.
Merry New Year and Happy Santa Day. That's amazing. I like that.
Okay.
2 people are in the chat room. 2 people are watching now, not in the chat room. I don't even know where the chat room list is.
2 people are watching?
I don't know how many...
2 viewers?
2 viewers. Huh? Does that mean there's 2 people in the chat room?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, not one person. And I'm one of them. But I don't think that...
Maybe. I don't know how that works.
I don't really count. Oh, I had this. No, I don't remember how to get to it. Settings, maybe?
You... Well, I thought we were going to start early. Maybe we'll start on time at least.
There you go.
Sorry, Tony.
No, you're all right. I mean, Kay basically came home with Chinese food at the same time you texted me.
Did you guys get Panda Express too?
We did the one by Racine. Although we've done them before.
Oh, Golden Gate?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which I do find really tasty, but she was going over there already. So
Dave likes to go there.
I know, I like them. I do like their stuff. The hotter the better.
They got some decently priced drinks there.
There you go. I don't think I've ever had a drink there. Although I think Kay and I once were dating and we got like oolong tea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I said that right. It's like long.
That's how I pronounce it. I hope that's right.
It can't be. If I got it right, then it's not right.
Fair. Well, I suppose we can just go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Start early or start right at 7. What do you... whoa, shoot. I forgot I was going to share this, though. I was going to share it, though. Tony, I was going to share it.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
What? You getting your phone out? You're sharing stuff.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Share. Oh, that's right. I only have to share to my page because I was actually thinking about oh, there we go. I was actually thinking about getting rid of some of the social media stuff. Not Facebook, obviously, but
What would you get rid of? Twitch?
no,
Twitter?
Twitter. Like I don't think about getting rid of at least consolidating it or something. Even though
What does that look like?
One thing I will say, and I don't know if this is right of me or if this is like abusing the system or anything, but
it's not abusing.
When Aaron Rodgers had his like $1 million donation for the California wildfires, he said he'd or whatever company he was working with would donate for every retweet. And so I did that with every account I had, which was I think 5 different accounts. So I think I donated, or I basically got $1 donate. That was $5. It's not a big deal. I think it was $1 for each.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure it wasn't $1 million each. That would be something. Mm-hmm. That would be something.
It would be something.
Man, why is this thing going down into... No, don't do it. Don't do it!
All right, I got hosed on the Twitch. Oh, now we're back.
I'm on the good network.
Define that.
I don't know. The one that's better?
The better network.
Hello, world. Gotta go back
In
to speed test, apparently.
Are you good, or are you flatlining or redding or whatever?
I did again for a split second, but...
Uh-oh.
Can't be having that.
Can't be having that. Do you get better performance? 2 versus 3 people?
I'm not happy right now.
What?
Not happy right now. This is annoying. This thing needs to not do this right now. I mean, I guess it's because I'm... Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Uh-oh, what's happening? Same thing as last week?
Well, it's back to green. I don't know if I should try restarting the router again or not.
Well, are you on the wired connection outside your dock?
Yeah. Well, no, it's through the dock, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right. But it's not using wireless.
No, but it is going through a USB adapter. But that's what was giving me the good speeds.
Is it USB 3.0?
Yep. Or 3.1.
3.1?
Maybe 3.1 even.
Ooh.
It's the blue. I think it's the blue, so it should be 3.1.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure this connection stays consistent.
It has a maximum throughput of 10 gigabits per second. And who knows what it really is. I mean, that's your theoretical, which is never, it's obviously real world versus theoretical.
You know what the Spectrum guy told me?
What's that?
It was tier 1 level support here. I mean, I'm sure, right? But he told me it should never be an issue as long as you're wired in. Like, you shouldn't have to worry about your speed going down.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
well, I think
for what it's worth.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It should never be an issue unless you have a questionable router or dock.
That's what your chair sounds like.
Ooh. I know, I hate it. I actually kind of want to get another
40
one.
On that bad boy.
I think I've had this one for 15 years.
15 years.
This chair was at us with 1080 links. Do you remember that? Is that
calling out addresses now? Just kidding. We don't live there now.
Yeah. Well, did I really call it an address though? Either.
I don't know. You're right. That could have meant anything. That was me. It's all my fault.
I mean, how long have you had that chair that you're sitting on?
It was a thing. What?
All right, I'm giving you too much to do right now.
No, it's fine. How long have I had this chair?
Yeah.
Why is it that I'm not getting notified of comments here now. This chair I've had quite a while. Probably
since 1080.
Oh yeah, before that I think I had it at.
I think I had
it at my mom when I was still living at home.
There you go. That's what I think about this one too, and I don't know if I like it.
I don't know if I like it. I'm just gonna delete this message because that's really kind of an a-hole comment to say.
There you go. She needs to delete messages.
Thanks for watching, but yeah.
All right, so how's it going now?
It was going, and now it is. Okay. Okay. I guess we're okay. I don't know what the speed is though. Still there, Tony?
I'm here. I'm just looking at myself doing funny little faces on the camera.
Dang it. Oh, well, it goes down. It goes down when I do the speed test. I guess that makes sense. So
oh, yeah, maybe. If it's giving priority to that,
not do the speed test then.
Results in the whole wide world.
Gonna do the speed test.
Techie just went down. Oh, now it's back up.
I don't know if it's worth unplugging and replugging back in or not.
What?
Never mind, that's an inside joke. That's what Matt kept saying.
Hardy har har. I didn't hear it. Sometimes
I should probably not.
Sometimes when we talk, we don't. I feel like we're muting ourselves when talking over someone else. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Talking over someone else?
Well, during the podcast, sometimes, like whenever I know you're talking, but if I'm already talking, I won't hear you.
You won't hear me?
No.
Well, that's not.
And I think that happens with me too. If I'm talking and you're already talking, then I feel like nobody hears me.
Oh, that's weird.
And it's so subtle and so small and maybe intermittent that I feel like I don't need to bring it up. But
I think it's just I think that's just an issue with online communication. Like
what?
Lag and stuff with online, with Skype and whatnot. I'm sure that's just an issue with that.
That's true. That could be.
Well, so we can give this a shot.
All right.
Does it seem somewhat consistent?
I mean, I think so. Every once in a while, I'll see like a little loading on the techies or Twitch, but I don't really care.
Oh, on the Twitch. Like I got everything paused here at least.
Yeah, I paused it too now.
So it's not.
I was just looking at it, but no, it's fine.
Not sucking up the bandwidth.
The bandwidth.
All right, so I suppose we should try it.
All right, let's try it. I have. I don't know. Let's go in expecting nothing and hope for pleasantly being surprised.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Although I'm hoping that Skype doesn't take it up on me like it did that 2 weeks ago. Well, yeah, last time.
Then hopefully not through your directly through your yeah. While you're like in the middle of a news article, that would be bad. That'd be bad.
Yeah.
How come I'm not seeing any of the comments here though? I don't know.
Because everybody's doing other things. No one's seeing this live.
Seeing it live. All right. And so again, I'm going to count down. Then I'm going to read the thing, and then I'm going to hit the other thing. Ready?
Yes.
In 3. In 3, 2, 1. Coming up on Techies, Apple Music comes to Echo A new cancer treatment is looking promising. The sports programs are bugging us, and battery-powered outdoor tools are where it's at.
Tech Bees.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Techies, a podcast about simplifying our lives one gadget at a time. This is episode number 86 for Sunday, December 23rd, 2018. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Shane, and I am also here with Tony.
Hello, hello.
Oh, wow. What a change it up. Really added a second hello in there.
I did. I don't know what you want from me.
That'll do. Very nice.
Let's forget. You want more than me just saying hello?
No, that was fantastic.
Hello. No, but yes, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and everything else in between. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the fun things. What's new with you? What are you drinking?
Right now, I have nothing on this desk.
Man.
So I probably should have prepared myself, but I will probably later or in a bit. We'll see.
Yeah, when Skype goes down, that's the perfect time.
Yeah, when Skype crashes on me because I'm running, Windows 10, as Shane probably would say.
I mean, that is the clear reason, yeah.
Yeah, that's the clear reason because I've got
the reason for
Windows
the
laptop. But I don't know, everyone has problems with Skype. But yeah, we'll see.
What's your holiday been looking like so far? Anything fun going on? Have you done anything? Any of the fun festivities or any of that? Because I haven't, but not really. I mean, other than the joyous, grand old event of Christmas shopping. Oh!
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like it's not so much the shopping and I've been telling this to other friends that it is all about the figuring out what to get people. That is the hard part. Knowing's half the battle. I like to use that quote a lot, as once said by the very famous, I don't know if it was Optimus Prime or not, but one of those Transformers. Anyway.
Wasn't it G.I. Joe?
Oh, was it G.I. Joe? I'm mixing up 80s cartoons, sorry.
And I never really saw either of them, but I just thought it was G.I. Joe. And I think I got that from Family Guy when they kind of did a little spin on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And that was actually part of the reason that WoW add-on that I did. It was partially I called it Knowing, and it was I think it was partially based on that, but mostly it was right after that Nicolas Cage movie Knowing came out, and I kind of even though no one probably knows that. Wow, I just said no a lot in that. A lot of people are probably unaware of that movie at this point. But anyway, Knowing's half the battle, and yeah, figuring out what to get people to me is just a huge pain.
Yes.
Kind of wish I... Well, then, I don't know. I guess I don't have to do a huge
It's between that and phoning it in with a gift card. I don't know. Although some people like the gift card, so I shouldn't say that.
I might do that more than I should, but...
I probably do the same thing.
I said, I was just... I think just this morning, I was like, yeah, I don't... Yeah, I don't necessarily like the idea. At one point or another, it was not that big into gift cards. I thought they were kind of dumb, but I just gave into it at one point or another.
Do you remember what we did last year for Christmas? I thought that was clever. At least for me.
What did we do?
Well, you gave me Hodor, which I think you gave a lot of people. I thought that was nice.
Yes, I gave you Hodor, and then I saw him perform live.
No, it was a doorstop, and I thought that was... Well, I'm not giving any...
Yeah, no. You've said too much.
No. I'd probably... Well, I couldn't just say, you gave me Hodor.
I know.
Exactly what it was.
Dave actually had, I think, an Instagram post about it. Of course, he has it sitting on top of this, his actual doorstop, which is a big rock I think he found on off of Lake Michigan or something.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, anywho, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Just gifts. You've come around to gift cards more than you did before.
Come around to gift cards, yeah. I mean, they're not all gift cards, but yeah. And I don't want to say too much in case anyone might be listening in terms of gifts, so. But
sure.
I won't say more than that. But that was the other thing. Yeah, no, literally, if I didn't mention this already on the show, when Matt and I were at BlizzCon, well, he was tuckered out, so he didn't see any of the musical acts, but I did catch Christian Nairn DJing briefly. That is who played Hodor, and that was cool. He seemed super into it. It was real fun.
Nice.
So what else?
Is he big?
Oh
is
yeah,
he kind of a big guy.
He is. Like he basically took up that entire stage. No, no.
I don't mean like bad. Like just like
no. Yeah, no. He is massive all around. Yeah. Like no matter how you.
Yeah.
I mean I didn't stand next to him or anything. I just you could tell even from there though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously on the show you can tell he was very large. That's Game of Thrones for those that don't know.
Okay.
What other kind of Christmas sorts of things you got going on?
Ooh, well, yeah, between just making sure that's all set for families and friends and wife.
Family, friends, and wife.
Yeah, friends and wife and all that stuff. So, yeah, going up to her family tomorrow, kind of pretty much spend like almost the whole day. And then we got pretty much spend the whole day at my parents' house on Christmas Day. So lots going on then. But yeah, I think more acquiring gifts is probably easier than finding out what to get who. I think it's gotten a lot easier with Amazon and others over the years, obviously. But it's almost too easy where it's like
almost too easy.
What's that?
I'm just quoting Matt with that.
It's almost
quoting you. I feel like you got that from Matt. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
But it's easier nowadays more than ever to get stuff. So you kind of want to put maybe some effort into it more. So then you got to find out like what do people like, what can I get this person, So
right.
Just like anyone can hit a couple clicks on Amazon's page and then in a day or two it comes. But
well, that's the thing. But if you're going to, it's great. Like if you think of these things in advance, like I did that for a couple gifts, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're going to be a little bit proactive, because obviously you have to really do it a couple weeks in advance, or at least a week in advance, right? And some sites might be, I saw one site that was like, order by this date if you want to do, but you can do like expedited shipping to get it by this date, or by Christmas, So yeah, that's the only problem, especially for me, who traditionally would procrastinate. But I will say that I had all my gifts wrapped for the first time ever, and it's only got a couple days yet, so
there you go. Nice,
pretty excited.
But I think in Amazon we were kind of up into the last minute with my sisters and trying to get something for my parents, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ordering this thing, and it did say clearly yes, it was from Amazon, but I thought it was something they would really like, but it clearly said it's not going to come till the 27th, and I'm like, oh crap. So we were looking at other options. I'm like, well, this is the best one, I think, and some of these other options, I don't really care about these reviews and these comments. So then we bit the bullet, and we just said we would put like a card with maybe a picture of it in on Christmas Day, but then it came today, so I don't know. So sometimes those dates aren't always right. So
why does this? I just realized this video is way off. Sorry, I should update that. Wow. Sorry, people. That looked weird.
What video?
Where were you on that one? Just kidding.
Go on.
The formatting was weird. I forgot to update that for some reason.
Yep.
People were all like, what's going on here? All right. No, I think it looks correct.
There you go.
To the whole, couple people watching. Did you do any of the like watching Christmas lights or any of that by chance?
No, I don't think we've done any of that.
We don't do that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say when you said "and wife," it reminded me of that only because I think on like TMS they were talking about Macmillan and wife, and and how weird of a title that was. So it is kind of funny to hear you say "and wife" too. I think Family Guy talked about Macmillan and wife as well. I know nothing of that show, for the record, but probably another 70s show or something, 80s maybe.
Could be. I don't know.
Before our time, though.
Before our time. How about you? What are you drinking?
Just wine. Wine and as you saw previously, my jug of water.
Jug of water. All right. So what do you got? How are your holidays coming along? What do you have coming up?
Good, because I had the ugly sweater party, which
Oh, that's right. I could have said that.
I think that was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I guess you partook in said things as well.
That
was a lot of fun. Pretty good turnout with that, and once that was done, I could have a little sigh of relief there because preparation. I spent like a week getting ready for that, and then Christmas shopping's done. So basically, I'm just laying back now. Although I mean I have been under the weather a bit, but other than that, it's been fine. I mean, the fact that I don't have to worry about anything more for Christmas kind of makes up for the fact that I'm a little bit sick. But
Oh yeah.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's true.
All right, well, let's talk about this.
News.
Yes, this article is from The Verge, and it is Apple Music support hits Amazon Echo speakers. And you're probably like, what? Apple's actually letting other services?
What?
Their services on other devices?
Say what?
Yeah. So, yeah, they're doing this. Actually, Apple Music is on Android, too, so...
yes.
So I think you can download that for... And I think that... I was trying to think of other instances where Apple was like, all right, let's throw this stuff out there. Aside from iTunes on Windows, which I think was a huge thing back in the day, and I think Steve Jobs did not want that. But, he was... I mean, good for us, because he kind of talked us all into that. And then that really was my gateway into Apple. If I have to go back that far, it was... iTunes, which, then the iTunes Store, and then, well, the iPhone, and then it all went to hell from there. Just kidding.
Putting it in a positive light.
No, because Apple's a good company. But anyway, Apple Music is now supported on Echo, and I did look on my iPhone, and on the Alexa app, oh God, I'm going to probably... trigger everybody's on the Echo, or that, well, actually it is an Alexa app. So on the Echo device, there's an app where you can specify your music source. You can use Amazon Music too, especially if you're a Prime member. You can kind of use theirs, and you can kind of they kind of have their version of Apple Music. But if you want to use Apple stuff, and I believe, and I really haven't tried this yet because I don't have Apple Music as a subscription, but I do have a lot from over the years of Apple downloaded songs before they became, a subscription-based service. But I'm not too sure if I can use my currently purchased stuff on there.
Time out. Real quick. So I noticed that there are actually Amazon ads out there that do say the phrase, which I won't repeat just in case.
Sure.
And it made me pause and wonder, does Amazon have the ability to have their own devices recognize a specific ad and not to trigger their own devices or something?
I think so, because I think there are commercials where they say it, and my device did not go off.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, but then you could also say sometimes when nothing is being said, it does go off, and something, says different things. So I don't know for sure.
So maybe it could just be that you have to be, if maybe the TV's generally too far away or not clear enough, or...
There could be a lot of different things, yeah. But it can't trigger itself, I don't think. Like, can you make your device say the wake word? I haven't really tried any of this. But I don't think it can do that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I cannot...
It can be really loud, and like you can be blaring music, and if you're next to it and you say the trigger word, it will pause. Like, I don't think it recognizes its output. And I've still sort of been, well, I would say unofficially been trying to play with that.
Should just say, I'm sorry, Shane, I cannot go in an infinite loop or something,
Yeah, there you go. You can... Oh, that'd be interesting. I'm sure they have all that figured out, though. And I'm sure when those first came out, like I think you have the first gen one, but I think when those first came out, people were definitely trying to see what they could do with those in order to get them to either go in a loop or, talk back and forth to if they had two of them. And I don't think they can do that, but I don't know. I'm sure there's YouTube videos out there if somebody wants to look into that.
They did it with Siri or something like that. iPhones did some kind of communication back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyway, this article talks about...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. All right. So the schedule for releasing the service on we'll say the Echo devices was 12/17, but it did arrive early, and I think it was a couple days before. The 14th is when this article came out. So a lot of people did see this as an option on their Echo, we'll say app, on their Echo app. Ooh, I don't know, the A word. No, that sounds bad too. I don't know what I should say now. So,
I don't know.
We'll say a wake word.
The Amazon Echo digital assistant.
Sure. Yes. Okay. That has an app, and in there is where you kind of do all your settings and stuff. And anyway, that is on there as a service now. And I did pull it up, and it is on the app for iOS and Android. And they were talking about how also is on there is Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, which I'll think were before that. And then I looked at some of the other ones on there that I didn't know, and SiriusXM, Gimme, which I don't know what that is, Tidal I've heard of, and Deezer and Vivo. I haven't heard of Deezer.
I have heard of Deezer.
Are these all just streaming radio or music services, kind of like Pandora?
Well, so someone in the music community reached out to me and asked me if our band was on Deezer, and I was unfamiliar with it at that point, and then I went and looked, and we sure were. So nice. I don't know if it's a service that just it's different because like with Stitcher we had to automate. I think I had to submit for the podcast, so I'm not too sure if Deezer automatically or if someone in the band had submitted. I'm not sure at this point. But I'm sure they have other and they probably do podcasts as well.
Well, that's good. Well, it's nice to know that, it does all these services too. So not just set to one and done. But anyway, once you link your Apple Music account, you can set it as your default streaming service, which is another thing that I kind of like. That I think the iPhones don't really allow you to set anything as a default. I know I'm kind of comparing apples and oranges here, but I was surprised that Amazon would allow you to set a different service other than their own as a default service for music. And they have a default music service, but they're allowing you to set all these other ones to be your default.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, you can't, if you just a difference for like what I was saying with the iPhone is you have Safari as the browser. You can't, download Chrome or a different browser and make that your default. And I don't think you can use another service as your default on an iOS device either. So, and maybe Android is the same way too. But I like that. That may be starting to maybe kick off a different trend of like picking your defaults. But who knows? It's these kind of devices. So that's nice. But anyway. So what it can do is it can make it so Alexa plays things from either playlist, an entire music library. So I'm wondering if I could take advantage of this because I do have I wouldn't say a big Apple Music library, but a decent one for like 10 years, buying a song here and there a couple times a month. Or your curated playlists and radio stations too that are from Apple Music. It only works with Echo speakers right now. No third-party Alexa-enabled devices like that Sonos. I know you can kind of do things with, but I don't know if they're going to open that up later. But right now it's just the Echo speakers.
That makes sense because, I mean, I don't know if it's because they're stuck on a particular version of the software,
Yeah, it could be.
Or a rooted version or, I should say a custom version of the software. That's probably more like what it is, which... Maybe, it doesn't upgrade the same way, I'm sure.
Yeah, could be. But
I'm
just happy about that. I'll come opening it up.
I was pretty surprised to hear this. And the thing, I kind of want, because Apple surprised me in the past with opening things up to third parties, like with their keyboards on the iPhone, and from the beginning, you could have your own search engine or your default search engine. That's always been a thing as long as I can remember. But
true.
So who knows? At some point, maybe they'll give in and say, and we're not, enabling third party default. Is it digital assistance, personal assistance, digital personal assistance?
That's the word I was looking for. Personal assistance, digital assistance. But yeah, it's either. I think they're interchangeable.
If everyone else out there is doing that, Apple may kind of be forced into that at some point.
Maybe, yeah. I know, like, if you go back 10, maybe 15 years ago, I think Windows was set in their ways with stuff. I really feel like Apple is how Windows was maybe 10, 15 years ago, where they're like, this is how we're doing it. It works for us. And then nowadays, you see how before Windows really wasn't doing, and maybe I should open it up. Maybe Microsoft it really had to kind of pivot to maybe more pivot to just doing more things open source. And like I think 10, maybe 15 years ago, like what they're doing now, I don't think they would have thought about doing 10 or 15 years ago. I don't know. I keep saying
you got to stay relevant.
Yeah, you got to stay relevant. You got to kind of. I don't want us to be more open-minded, but make choices that always be open to. How the market is, and how things are, because things change all the time.
Well, it's like any business, and I just saw a post. I think it was actually from a company that a friend works at, but they were basically, they were making points about how Sears and at one point they were super innovative, and then they just kind of at one point or another they were not being as innovative as they once were. Similar to. Any number of other companies. I'm not remembering some of the other companies, but Blockbuster or
Blockbuster. God,
what would they? Yeah, I think they compared to if Sears or a company like Sears had tried something more along the lines of Amazon, or if Blockbuster had been more. They did try the Netflix thing briefly, but if they were more into that, had tried that sooner or did a better job with it, they might have stayed relevant. Anyway, so there was a bit of a tangent just saying companies have to stay relevant no matter big or small.
Yeah. But I like seeing that, and I just think that maybe Apple is starting to explore other things too now, so that they might not have done 5 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Agreed. Okay, well, this is a light. It's kind of like a bummer subject, but it's a lighter note about it. Mother's cancer disappears after groundbreaking clinical trial. This is according to, and sometimes I like to pick the obscure news sources, but this is Fox 5 San Diego.
Nice.
So it's Fox. I got it directly from this Fox 5 San Diego, but at the same time, it is an interview with this WJW, and I'm not too familiar with that exactly, but another news source, let's just say. 66-year-old Denise Keenan had been in and out of remission of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma since 2009. So it's been a good amount of time so far. But the cancer continued to spread, and she was convinced that she wasn't going to make it. That is until August of this year, when she underwent a new treatment, which is called CAR. That's it's all caps CAR, T-cell therapy, which re-engineers T cells. Which another thing I'm not honestly that familiar with, but to seek and destroy cancer cells with just a single syringe. After 30 days, doctors couldn't find any cancer, which is always really good news. And then over 12 to 14 days, this is for this treatment in general, but the patient's cells are modified with a particular virus. So Denise and her husband, Jim, had just celebrated their 35th wedding anniversary, which makes it especially significant. And she knows the future isn't guaranteed, and that anything could happen at this point. Still, still happy with the results and everything. But just to kind of quote her, I thought this was kind of a cool quote. The future is unknown, so just enjoy the moment. I think you're a lot happier if you can do that. Unquote.
There you go.
Yeah, totally. Which is just basically the best attitude anyone could have, in general, in life, let alone having to go through this,
2009 too. So yeah, that's crazy.
Right, and just to be clear, this is a more recent, 12/11. This article actually was. It looks like, Doctors are not sure why some of the patients are responding better than others, being in the early stages of this particular treatment, but promising, nevertheless. So, Tony, any thoughts on that?
I'd be curious to know what. So was it a virus that they? I don't know too much about.
I mean,
well, T cells to begin with.
Yeah, same. That's not my forte for sure.
I'd be curious what virus. Like just using viruses to kind of seek and destroy. That sounds kind of cool.
It does sound cool.
Well,
this is the extent of what I know about it,
Yeah.
frankly. And I could go try to research more.
No, I just hope they can, keep going with this. It's not just like well, and I don't know how this works with trials with cancer. Like it only works if you are in a specific demographic and have a certain kind of cancer, then you're okay for this very slim specific kind of treatment, or can they use these broad over a large population of people? I never really understood that.
Right.
But
yeah, well, that is a good question. I mean, certainly the trial is more than just her, as it alluded that there were, at least some other patients involved. They didn't go into how many or anything, but
yeah,
I'm sure it's a decent size, whatever that may be. I could say oh yeah, it's a ton of people, and then that's I always love that because then that averages about what is it, 8 people or 10 people, but
could be sure.
Yeah,
but no, that's all great.
That's all great.
Keep going with that. Yeah,
great way to stay in shape.
Cancer one and for all.
Yeah,
once and for all.
Cool beans. Yeah, great, nice job, doctors and scientists and everyone that's smart and doing things to better the world.
Way to go, smart people.
Yeah, go smart people.
I don't know. I mean, just the people that do this day in day out.
Smart.
Just really get rid of cancer.
Right on.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Now I'm just gonna bitch about stuff. And this week is about the sports programs or viewing sports programs. In the case of so the most recent example of this for myself was the Brewers, because they were in the playoffs this year. This is the furthest they've gone. I don't actually know the stats. This has got to be the furthest they've gone since '82. I don't know for sure, but considering they were 1 game away from the World Series, and '82 was the last time they were actually to the World Series, it's got to be pretty close to '82 as being the last time they made it that far. But anyway, so of course, me being the bandwagon fan that I am, I'll just out and say it, because I'm not used to them doing that well. And I mean, it's not just that. I'm not that big of a baseball fan. I mean, I guess I'm becoming more of one, and stuff like this, honestly, this makes fans out of people. Let's be honest, right? So maybe I'll start watching them more than I was last year. And I do enjoy tailgating, at least.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Like going to the games, once in a while. But anyway, this year, so for whatever reason with MLB, it is a much bigger pain to watch playoffs for baseball. And I actually ended up subscribing to Sling TV just to watch one game, I think, which I immediately canceled because, frankly, because they ended up losing. I don't know if it was that game or the next one, but yeah. And so I'm going through all these. First of all, man, was it a pain once I go. And, all right, first world problem. All right, just take it down a notch. So what I did was, first I'm looking on because it's FX1 or FS1, which is Fox Sports 1. I'm like, oh, it's on Fox, so I checked there first. No, it's not live. All right, so I got to try to figure out how to subscribe to FS1. So I go on to Fox Sports. I create an account there. That doesn't do it. I had to create a second account. That still didn't do it. So then I'm like, okay. So now I have to actually subscribe to something else entirely for some reason that carries FS1 as a channel. So Sling, it seemed like the cheapest option, so that's what I ended up doing. But still, like, I jump through all these hoops just to be able to watch. And I think the game was already half over at that point or something. It was real dumb. You know, and then there's things like NFL Mobile out there to switch sports briefly here, which that's great. It's super cool that Verizon provides that for free, but you can't actually cast that to a TV. I don't know if you've experienced any of these issues, Tony, but it's...
Well, I do have Verizon, so I did try that, I want to say a year ago, just to see if I could get, like, a Packer game. I think I was at some kind of rehab place or whatever, some hospital thing, and we were trying to watch a Packer game, and it was... that channel was down. So I'm like, well, I could get it on my phone if you guys want, but I mean, we're kind of at a hospital event, or well, I don't know if it was an event, but situation, and I don't think I could really stream that anywhere. But you saying you can't really like cast that to a big TV, and I was just trying to think, is there lightning to HDMI? Do they make that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's actually.
And I'd wonder if that would be a way around it, but I know it would be maybe putsy.
I don't think it would work though.
No, probably not,
because it doesn't work through AirPlay. But
yeah, no.
I think somehow they can block that as well.
Did you try? Did you look into PlayStation View at all?
No.
For your streaming service, or you just like it's Sling TV? I got to do this, and I hate doing it, but I'm doing this real quick, and then I'm going to cancel. Just to be
for the record, that was just for MLB. NFL Mobile is a separate issue, really. But
sure.
No, yeah, I was just trying to find the cheapest thing.
Sure.
Quickly, honestly. And or as quick as I could. And so the NFL Mobile, at the very least, you can watch it on your iPad. At least that's an option, which is still not the largest screen, you know. I mean, if you happen to have a 12.9-inch iPad, that's still not, you know, 50 plus inches, which most people would prefer to watch television at. And it's just a pain. I don't know, like. At least now, I guess you probably have the option to pay for some kind of service to be able to watch a lot of those games. And the fact that I can watch a lot of games over the air is good. In fact, I can watch. Yeah, at least I can watch all the local games, like the Packer games.
Sure.
Mostly watch over the air. I'm trying to think now when I wouldn't be able to do that. Like if I'm on the go, that's the thing, right? That's where NFL Mobile comes in handy. And I know this is probably not the best thing. It's probably illegal to do. Let's just be honest. But it's not, I'll just be honest anyway. Once in a while, I may have it on my dash, my car. Mostly for listening, but I can listen to the radio too. I could do that, but
well, the listening's fine.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, being able now why can't I think of why I would ever want to stream my phone? Like if for some reason I don't have a decent antenna, I guess that would be a reason to stream from a phone to a TV. I guess my antenna is working okay, or if there's bad reception or something, I guess that'd be a reason. So NFL is better than what, you know, MLB. That the rigmarole I had to run through with them, but
rigmarole.
But anyway, this is true. This is aside from the NFL, maybe everything else out there seems like countless sports and fights. You know, all these different ones. You got to are pay-per-view or different things like that. Which I get it. They got to make money off of it, right? But
yeah,
it seems like there's so many other. Thankfully, I'm not a big fighting. I don't like to watch a lot of fights anyway, or maybe I would if it was a little more accessible. I don't know. Or
pay-per-view might be easier than, you know.
Yeah. Or if I
don't know if you could do that with a baseball game. It seems like it's harder.
Yeah. It's one thing if I go to B-dubs or something, but that's one way of watching these things. But
yeah.
Oh yeah. So my last point was that it actually kind of reminded me of street parking, which we talked about on a previous episode. Because yeah, like. Maybe if I just paid a little bit for everything, I don't know. A little bit for all the local sports, and then Everybody paid that, and then I don't know. I guess that's called taxes. Sometimes.
Kind of. Well, it's like you want to pay for something, you use either a little bit or not at all. Then you're going to be like, I don't want to pay this. I want to, cancel.
Right, but at least be consistent with it because.
Yeah.
I get it. They're different. They're different sports altogether. In a lot of cases, they're different. They have different payment models, and I think there's different laws for certain things. I think because I want to say the NFL actually has at one point they did pass some law to, I could be wrong about this. Maybe it has to do. I might be confusing this with ads on the NFL, like not interrupting the game, or maybe this is all sports where you can't interrupt the game with ads. But the fact that I can watch all local sports over the air in the NFL up through the Super Bowl, basically tells you that it just runs different, and that's a good model. That's a good model. I do wish. I don't know. Now I'm backstepping a little bit on the NFL mobile thing because I'm like, well, I guess I can watch it over there. But not everyone has an antenna. I guess that's the only thing. True. Or if I wanted to watch a particular game that wasn't the Packers. I mean, you can watch a lot of them, but you might not be able to watch every single game,
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's about it. I just wish it were easier to get some. I'm hoping for when we can move away completely from cable because it seems
sports is the big holdout.
Oh yeah, we seem to be heading in that direction slowly but surely. And like our friend Mike, he's trying Spectrum's live streaming service right now which gives me hope that Spectrum is investing in stuff like this at this point. Like they have their own video streaming service at this point. Nice. I think it's a live streaming service actually. So, just being able to watch them through the internet rather than through their actual standard cable TV service. But yeah, hopefully we can get there sooner than later because running into situations like that is just silly. It's annoying. Having everything be a la carte, that was Steve Jobs' vision or something? Was that kind of...
I think that was a lot of people's vision to get off of, like when Netflix, I think, came and some of these other streaming services, they're like, oh, cable is so expensive. I wish I could just pay for like the network or the channels that I only use. Can't everything be a la carte? And then now we're sort of getting that way, but then it's like, oh, we're, now instead of one cable, maybe monthly fee, we're kind of like got one for... Netflix, we got one for Hulu, and we might have one for HBO, and now they're kind of all separate, and it seems like it's more of a headache.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and another part of that is, though, we're kind of paying for what we use, too. We're not really paying for what we're not really using. Like, how many channels do you get with cable? And you're probably using, 4 of them or 5 of them
right,
consistently.
Which I admit is the opposite of what I was saying with paying a little bit for everything. But yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. It's I think it's still kind of. I think the market maybe we're still trying to figure it out.
I guess it's different though, right? So, in the case of the parking example, I think what's it called? Freakonomics podcast. Oh yeah. In their case, what they were saying, maybe I wasn't super clear about it, but I believe what their point was that you pay the same no matter where you park. I want to say, but you still pay at that time. So it's kind of a la carte in that sense. Like then you're just paying for a particular location rather than, you don't necessarily get VIP spots and all that. But
yeah, but
so it's kind of similar in that sense. It's kind of similar to saying I'm going to pay for Netflix and FS1 and the Hallmark Channel. But
there you go.
I don't know. But you're still going to pay similar amounts for the 3 of them rather than, I don't know. I guess services are going to vary by price. So bad, not the best example, but you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's about it for that. Let's talk about our experience with tech.
XP. Boost.
Why do you gotta put that in bold? Is that important?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who did it.
Okay. You want me to go to the version history of the doc, Tony?
I mean, not. I did it in bold, but you're the one who put it in as the experience.
Okay, so this is the talking about Milwaukee outdoor power tools, and you can feel free to talk about anything. Did you end up getting anything, Tony, or no?
Nah, I was gonna wait till spring maybe. To get the first thing you talk about.
That's a good plan. First thing being the M18 trademark string trimmer at 2725-20. Got to get
Is that trademark too?
No, apparently not. But it does have the -20 at the end of both of these, and I did look at that. I don't know what that means.
There you go.
There you go. Keep adding those trademarks in there.
Well,
these are nice because they are battery powered, which is something that I was really excited about. Because my brief experience with an electric non-battery, so an electric corded string trimmer or weed whacker, whatever you want to call it. It's basically, I know weed whacker is probably also trademarked, but it sucked. I couldn't get a long enough extension cord. I could only go so far before the dumb thing would unplug. It was terrible. This thing is awesome. You would not expect this kind of power out of something that has a battery on it, though. The length of you're gonna laugh. I'm gonna say it anyway. The length of the shaft is quite long.
Huh.
Yeah. I just realized the next line is gonna sound even worse. Feels pretty good holding it. It's
oh boy.
Yeah.
I would have a field day.
Out in the field, yeah.
Yep.
No, I really like it's got a good balance to it. Yeah.
That's good.
Probably the only disadvantage I experience, it's a little bit of a pain to put together. The assembly is not as easy as it could be because I don't know, like just to even put the handle on, you need like 6 different screws or something and some brackets.
Oh, wow.
And all this. Or maybe it's 4 screws for one, and and then you got to put the guard on the end of it too. So it's just more assembly than I would have expected out of this thing. But I don't know, worth it at the same time, for sure. Worth it. It seems very sturdy, and at least they do also include I would say an Allen wrench, but you know what? I actually have it. It's not an Allen wrench. It is a star. Can you see that or no? Maybe not. You can kind of see that.
It's I can.
It's like a specialty star tool. That seemed to work very well. At least having that helped quite a bit. I mean, then again, if I lose this, I'm screwed. But
wow.
One thing I'll notice. So I go there and I'll be honest. Normally I don't bother with this kind of stuff, but felt good doing it. Things just look nicer in general, cutting around stuff that I wouldn't normally be able to get at. And the string part. So here I do actually have the. I don't have the tools with me because that'd just be awkward. But this is the extra string. Some of the extra string they provided. This stuff does wear down pretty easily, depending on how close you get to like concrete or stone. I noticed mine. I don't know if this is normal for most people, but mine would wear basically all the way down in a single sesh. That's right. That's what
is that like the cheap stuff they give you with it, or can you get like better quality stuff? Like if you get it separately, kind of like I just think of like when you get the economy like print cartridges when you get a new printer, inkjet, and then you can go and get like the high density glorious inkjet ink if you, you get it
don't
separately.
Get me started on printers. That should be, wait. Did we talk about this on the next Grinds My Gears? We probably did already, but
maybe I don't remember.
I mean, I would think they'd provide the good stuff, right? Like, this has got to be the good stuff. But
well, it can't be that good if it's wearing down pretty quickly.
maybe you can get different material string or something, but...
Sure. I mean, if you think it works well, then maybe that's just a...
I think it's probably normal that it wears down. Of course, I'm also thinking to myself, man, I am a stickler for littering, and I kind of feel like I'm littering if like little shards of this stuff is flying places, but maybe I don't know how biodegradable this is. So that's
good.
Might be kind of a bit. I don't know. I'm not going to think too much about it because I don't see any.
It'll make you feel bad.
I don't see any visible pieces lying around, so that's good. But yeah, and that's the other part. So that's the other disadvantage is pulling the string out at the bottom once you have worn it down. It seems kind of awkward. Like you got to push up on it, and I don't know. You got to push up and pull the strings out. I don't think you have to actually disassemble because you can disassemble it. I'm guessing that's in case something gets tangled or something in there, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's just kind of a pain to figure out how to actually get the string to pull out right. And maybe it's because it's kind of not, because it's got that weird spiral pattern to it. That might be part of the reason it's kind of difficult to actually pull out. Just so many jokes. But so anyway, because of those couple little things about it, otherwise really, really like it a lot. This is actually my new favorite my new favorite tool in general, honestly. But I'm still gonna give it 4 out of 5 because just a couple of those little things in there, and those are about 200 at different retailer. Like they give you can't buy them directly from their website, but you can get them through several retailers like Home Depot and any number of other ones out there. So some of them might not be in stock currently, but yeah, really, really powerful, good stuff there. Check it out. Check it out. Eric Clark. Terrible. Oh, I am calling out names. It's okay because he's a podcaster and he says his last name. There, I said it. Okay.
Oh, he said terrible. He doesn't like him.
No, I think I must have said something like that. Something being terrible. All right, so the other tool that I have is the M18 Fuel Blower 2724-20. I probably don't need to say the -20. Anyway, it's also battery powered as well. And also you wouldn't expect nearly as much power coming out of this thing because I do have one other blower that leaf blower. That is like a Black & Decker, and it is pretty low power one. It's I think they called it like a deck. It's like it's made for decks basically. Just blowing leaves off of the deck rather than any other terrain, right? Mm-hmm. That one's very low power, very cheap. This one's a behemoth, and it blows anything. Everything I say, everything I'm saying tonight is just a euphemism. But
talking about
so it works a lot better than that other blower. I do have a couple of different battery sizes, and I don't know of the small and the large, or the medium and the large, let's say. And I think as you might expect, you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a significant amount more time out of the larger battery, but I was still surprised how much you get out of the smaller one yet. Because I think I spent. Now, mind you, all right, I have a little bit of a story about leaves in general, because I always was of the mindset that you should break your leaves, you should get your leaves out on the terrace. That's how we do things here, I guess. And I thought, I always thought about mowing over the leaves, but something was always holding me back. Like, that wasn't going to be good or something, or that was just going to go everywhere. And I just found out there's actually a newsletter that was put out there. It was like, you should mow the leaves on your lawn. It'll decompose. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I read that too. But
the whole time,
I don't care.
The whole time I could have been doing that, and I
full-time
certainly will be doing that next year. But
yeah, but this is good. What you got here for like if you have a fence or something that stops the leaves. Like I could see me using that too, because I mean, in the fence corners or whatever. I don't like seeing that, and then winter comes, and then the snow comes and falls, and then you have like just a giant liquid mess in the spring. And the leaves don't go anywhere, especially if the snow's covering it.
So 2 things prevented me from actually, like it worked a heck of a lot better than that low-powered blower, but the grass was by the time I got around to the leaves, the grass was like I didn't end up mowing it that last time I should have, and I think it was hard for the leaves to blow around with it. I mean, I was making progress with it, but it was going slower than it probably would have just raking. So the leaves are getting caught up in the grass and stuff. But again, still doing a better job than you would have otherwise. And outside of that, I did get a lot of use out of the grass clippings, right? Like normally I don't worry about those because I didn't have a halfway decent leaf blower before this, and it did a great job. Great job once I was done mowing, just getting the grass out of the way and everything. Yeah, it was really good for that. So, and maybe next year I give it another, if I need to give it another chance, because now I'm definitely just going to mow over leaves, but I might give it but if we're into a scenario where I still need to use it, I will give it another. And it's great for like, I kind of wish I had used it now, but there are some areas where the leaves, pile up in corners or something that it would be good for that. I think that's kind of what you're getting at. Maybe not with the fence. In your case, the fence. In my case, just like the side of the house or something, right? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The situations like that, it would be good for sure. But it's really easy to operate. I'll literally just. I think there's 2. There's the hair and the turtle setting, so it's fast and slow, and the assembly on this one is way easier because you just plug in the little tube to it. That's all I had to do with it. No screws or anything required for that one, so super easy. Yeah. So the thing is though, I guess I'm not. Maybe this is more on me. The rating, I might be rating it lower, more on my own bias, not finding as much of a use for it as a product. But that's so I'll say that up front. But I'm still saying 4 out of 5 for this one, even though the assembly is easier and really easy to use and everything. But I don't know. Like maybe I should give it a higher rating. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, should. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it where it's at.
One thing you really haven't touched on, but wait, you're not probably done yet.
No, what was the other thing?
Just that you could use the battery with everything.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. No, very good point. Very good point. That's the whole M18 fuel.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what people thought, but just I suppose saying that too, maybe.
No. Yeah. No. It's a very valid point. That. So, what is the one you had? You already have batteries for this?
I have batteries for the drill that we got for our wedding and the saw. We've got a nice saw. And I was just like, all I need is this. And I hate the trimmer I have now. And I'm surprised I didn't think about this. I have a Black & Decker one. Yeah, it's cordless or a battery-operated one. But, being able to take these batteries and just, all right, let's go upstairs. You got the nice little charging station. We have ours in the basement or whatever. But just taking a battery up with you, keeping the little thing outside or wherever you want to keep it, and then just putting it in. I mean, this thing would be perfect for that. And I'm just surprised I didn't do that. And of course, we've got a blower too that actually it's a corded blower. And I mean, I've got, I don't know, these huge orange extension cords. So I suppose it's not a big deal. But I mean, I would definitely do this too with the just taking a battery, the fuel battery, whatever, and just having at it with these things. And I just think that's great. You can just have one battery to, rule them all.
That is really nice. Or 2. But are they M18 fuel also? Do you know?
I think at the time I looked, and yes. Okay. I think there's some higher I think you can get like good and great and better or whatever. I think there's different kinds of batteries with I don't know if they hold more or whatever. I haven't really looked lately since I know when I was figuring this out, it was kind of like fall, and I'm like, all right, do I get this now? And I think I talked to you before, because I think your brother got one, and then you got them, and I'm like, I guess I could get it now, but then I'm like, well, no, I don't need to do it too much anymore. It's kind of calming down, it's getting colder out for winter. So yeah,
I just found some magnets in my MacBook that this Star Tool is clinging onto. Sorry.
And then Shane crashes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but this isn't it's maybe now it's a magnet, but I don't know if that's from the speakers or what that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, really, really cool. I really dig what they got going on now, and really excited about. What was that quote about self-driving cars? I'm really looking forward to the future of battery-powered tools. Yeah,
battery-powered everything. And have you had a trimmer before, or is this your first one?
First one that I've owned.
Okay, because I was wondering what like your past experiences with that string or whatever that is, and if you remember how that worked with maybe your current living situation.
Yeah. Wait, which one? The previous, the corded one, or
or whatever you had for whatever the previous trimmer you had, that type of string, and if you did the same thing with that one as you did with this Milwaukee branded one.
Oh, I didn't even get a chance to use the other one that long. Like, and I think it might have been somebody else's I was borrowing, but it was at the time. It's just not friendly. So give it a. Sorry,
but I'm definitely looking forward to getting this Milwaukee one. I did see it at Home Depot. It is at Home Depot. But I'm like, I don't need it now, so I might as well wait. Maybe there'll be a deal. Maybe it'll be all on a price. Who knows? But I'll get it when I need it, kind of thing. So, and I don't like what I have now. And I don't. Did I say Black & Decker? I don't know what I said that this one is.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, it's.
I mean, keep in mind, it might be good to keep an eye on the prices though, in case they're better during the. Well, I don't know if that would be the case.
Amazon really didn't have anything. You get it from like some third party from Amazon, and they have, I think, $200 without the batteries and $300 with like a battery and then the battery charger pack, whatever. So, and that's the last time I looked, and that was a couple months ago. So, if you're interested, definitely look, and maybe there's some deals out there.
Maybe it's different too than like snow blowers, which I've heard prices might be better during the off season or whatever, but
maybe if I see it going down lower, that might be an option to.
Yeah.
You never know, so we'll see.
Sure. All right. I guess I didn't say it's about $150 though at several retailers again. Let's just say because
for the blower,
I'm not gonna list. Right. Yep. Yeah. About. I'm saying about because it was like $199 and $149, but You know my opinion on those silly numbers and those
silly
tactics.
It's all marketing.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, our email address is techiespodcast@gmail.com, and you can find us on social media at Techies Podcast, recording Sundays at 6, 7 Central. YouTube, Twitch, and the other one, Facebook. The other one. The main one, right. NiceGuyNetwork.com/techies is our website where you can find a link to iTunes in there. Please, right, Tony? Leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes if you can. That would be something we would be just like super excited about. We would love you forever if you did that for us. And I mean, unless you did something like criminal, then we probably wouldn't love you as much. But up until that point, we would. And then on the Twitter, we've got Tony at Why Not Big T. We got myself at Shave Mad Ox. That's Shave Mad Ox. I have to repeat that because it's really strange. And again, why the letter Y, not Big T. All right, I think that's gonna about do it for this evening. Thank you so much, Tony. You didn't have anything else you needed to say, did you?
No, just hope everybody has a good holiday.
Yeah!
Celebrate.
Merry Festivus.
Merry Festivus. For the rest.
Thanks so much, everyone, for listening. And until next time, tech her easy.
Yeah.
gay.
Oh, didn't know if you were gonna do it.
Oh, sorry, Shane.
Missed that one.
I never know what I'm supposed to do, but I know it's supposed to happen of some kind at the end.
It's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to. And by post to, I should go check to see if I have the M80s or whatever those are.
M80s.
They're 18.
Isn't that like an explosive or something?
What's that?
Isn't that like an explosive?
Yeah, it is. Isn't that a firework? That's like a cylinder.
I meant fire. Yeah, I guess it's also an explosive, but
let me just do a quick little
M18.
Little image search for M80. Yeah.
It's
it looks so small. It looks so small.
Careful what you search for on there. They might be watching.
M80?
I don't
know.
For
fireworks? Oh, probably. Well, I just
don't know.
M80 into an
firework.
image search.
I don't know why why a firework would be something someone
well,
would
you
be
never
concerned
know.
about.
Yeah, well, we live in questionable times, I'm sure. So
very questionable.
I think I looked at the comments and I don't know. I suppose I got to take all this with a grain of salt. Some of the Amazon questions, and I think what I have for batteries is supposed to work with these new ones, these Milwaukee Outdoor Power Tools. But I don't know because those batteries were gotten in 2016, and I don't know how often they update those.
I don't know how often they update those.
Yeah. What? I don't do the things and the stuff.
How often they update what now?
The batteries. I gotta think it's gotta be something that they don't have to update all the time because it's almost like,
Oh yeah.
It's like an interface or like like the lightning cable. You don't want to update that. You're gonna piss people off.
Yeah.
Although they might do that next year on next year's iPhones. We'll see.
What are they doing next year?
Lightning, or they'll do USB-C. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. John Ralphio was saying that last time when we had.
That's
weird. He was agreeing with me.
I just realized every time I go over to Facebook, it decides to take a crap on the stream for some reason.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if there's some sort of issue or bug.
Or it's weird because I had the video paused. Yeah, literally every time I go over to it, it's like, we're gonna not render this as fast now. That's weird.
Hey, whatever happened to that Milwaukee job?
Well, I guess I'm cutting out the stream now.
Oh, my bad. I thought you did already. I thought you went to Facebook and it took a dump.
No, not like that.